Well, that's right, Dan. It turns out that the majority of the hijackers that the FBI has now identified all had connections to Florida, and all of them led seemingly routine lives as they trained as pilots here. For more than a year, as many as a handful of the suspected terrorists lived quietly in Florida neighborhoods.
They just blended in so well that, I mean, it didn't really mean anything to us, you know, just normal families playing, and they just lived a normal life and stuff.
In this Vero Beach community, Abdul Alomari, one of the now dead suspected pilots, moved in a year ago to take flying lessons a short distance away at Flight Safety Academy. Neighbors say he kept to himself.
I'd see him come and go, and I'd wave at him, never talk to him.
But he lived next door to another Saudi student pilot, Adnan Bukhari, who a local furniture store salesman said bought a living room set the day of the attacks and wanted it shipped immediately to Saudi Arabia, telling the salesman,
"I'm going to Saudi Arabia. I don't want to be in America anymore."
The FBI detained, questioned, and released Bukhari after finding he was not involved in the hijackings, but federal authorities continue to look for a third associate of both Vero Beach men, Amir Kamfar. But it is Mohammed Atta who people across Florida seem to remember the most. The FBI say he and his cousin, Marwan al-Shahehi, were on the two planes that crashed into the World Trade Center. The two also traveled together in Florida, renting a room for a week with Charlie Voss in Venice Beach while taking flying lessons at nearby Huffman Aviation, and then on to several apartments in Coral Springs, Hollywood, and Delray Beach, Florida, but only calling the most attention to themselves the Friday night before the attacks, after drinking in a bar.
The guy was here, he gave us a hard time and everything, and that he was bragging that he was a big shot, and and then he left. And and he paid the bill and then he left.
The obvious concern for the FBI is now if all of these hijackers, 12 of the now dead hijackers, lived what appeared to be such normal lives in Florida, could there be more out there, still undetected? Dan?
Bobby Harley in South Florida.